There was a time when WWE's stars were born in bingo halls, wrestling school gyms, and smoky arenas with a handful of fans. A time when the road to superstardom was long, rugged, and often undocumented. But then came a shift, a transformation that would redefine how professional wrestling evolved in the modern age. That shift arrived in 2012, and it changed everything. WWE had always relied on developmental territories. Ohio Valley Wrestling, Deep South Wrestling, Florida Championship Wrestling, they were the proving grounds. But something was missing, something bigger, something that felt like the future. And so, under the watchful eye of Triple H and with a vision for sustainable excellence, WWE gave birth to a revolution. NXT. What began as a quirky reality TV series became the company's heartbeat of talent development. It wasn't long before NXT replaced Florida Championship Wrestling as WWE's official developmental brand, ushering in a new era. And from its ashes, a whole new infrastructure was born, the WWE Performance Center. That facility was more than just a gym. It was a vision materialized in steel, sweat, and soundproof walls. With rings, promo rooms, strength training zones, production suites, and coaches of the highest caliber, the Performance Center became a crucible for greatness. Suddenly, WWE no longer had to wait for the world to produce superstars. They could create them from scratch. They could take gymnasts, football players, track stars, cheerleaders, models, MMA fighters, even Olympians, and mold them into professional wrestlers. And that is exactly what they did. From Bianca Belair to Braun Breaker, from Montez Ford to Tiffany Stratton, the proof was in the product. Tiffany Stratton herself stands today as a living example. A champion, a headline grabber, a woman who walked through the doors of the Performance Center without a single day of independent wrestling experience. And yet, under the guidance of WWE's developmental system, she found herself. She found her voice, her power, her presence. She became a star. In a recent interview with Daisha Jones from PHL 17, Tiffany didn't just speak about her own success, she embodied it. She represented a generation of talent that has risen through a structured, polished, and relentless system built on discipline and opportunity. She spoke about the diversity of backgrounds, athletes from all walks of life who now populate the Performance Center's halls. They don't all arrive as wrestlers. But they all leave as warriors. The Performance Center isn't just training bodies. It's sharpening minds. It's teaching storytelling, psychology, presence, pacing. It's building complete performers, capable of commanding arenas and connecting with millions. And it didn't stop there. With time came evolution. WWE expanded the pipeline. They didn't just wait for athletes to walk in, they started recruiting them young. Enter the NIL program, name, image, likeness, a groundbreaking contract initiative allowing college athletes to partner with WWE while still in school. It's a move that positioned the company ahead of the curve, tapping into youth and promise before they ever step in the ring. Then came Evolve and LFG. More promotions, more platforms, more stages to learn, fall, rise, repeat. WWE wasn't just scouting talent anymore. They were building a talent factory. And that factory runs on belief. Belief in the idea that professional wrestling is not just a sport or a spectacle, it's an art. A craft. One that can be taught, nurtured, sculpted, and refined. The WWE Performance Center doesn't make wrestlers overnight. It makes professionals. It builds leaders. It builds Bianca Belair, once a collegiate track star, now the EST of WWE. It builds Gable Stevison, Olympic gold medalist, turned sports entertainer. It builds Tiffany Stratton, a young woman who entered the business wide-eyed and inexperienced, and now stands as the WWE Women's Champion, glowing with confidence and elegance. And each time a new graduate walks onto the main roster, the system proves itself again. Some questioned it at first. They feared it would sterilize wrestling, strip away the grit, replace experience with corporate polish. But those doubts faded. Because match after match, promo after promo, superstar after superstar, the results were undeniable. Yes, there are still indie wrestlers. Still fighters from the outside world who bring flavor and flair. But now, WWE can offer a hybrid. A place where the fire of the independent scene meets the precision of institutional excellence. And it all comes back to 2012. That one year, when WWE turned a corner. When Triple H said, "Let's build our future ourselves." When NXT was no longer just another show, it was the heartbeat of tomorrow. When the Performance Center doors opened, and suddenly every dreamer had a destination. This is not a fluke. It's not a trend. It's a movement. A systemized, relentless engine of talent production. And at the center of it stands a new generation. Young, hungry, disciplined, bold. Athletes who once played for scholarships or trained for the Olympics are now chasing world titles and WrestleMania moments. They walk the same halls once roamed by Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Charlotte Flair, Roman Reigns. They see the banners. They know the stakes. Because in the WWE Performance Center, greatness is expected. Tiffany Stratton's pride is justified. She's not just holding a title, she's holding proof. Proof that a system of structure, care, and challenge works. Proof that WWE is no longer just reacting to talent, it's creating it. Every bump she's taken, every promo she's cut, every crowd she's wowed, it all traces back to that Performance Center ring, where dreams begin, and where the future of WWE is written, one superstar at a time.